Oh, hi there. Welcome to questions 13 through 24 of our review package. So, all of you requested, hey, we want to see answers for all of these questions. So here that is, and I hope this helps you study. It's certainly fun for me to make it, but it's better if you watch it. All right. So we have graphs of all kinds of lines here, 4 different lines, and we want to know which one corresponds to this equation. So one thing I notice is that it has to have a b value of plus 5. That means it's got to be one of these lines that crosses at y is equal to 5 there, crosses the y-axis. So it's either q or r. Let's take a look at the slope. The slope is -2. This line has a negative slope. This line has a positive slope. So it is r. Keep going. Wait, maybe you didn't see my last video where I talked about positive and negative slopes. If x gets bigger and y gets bigger, that's a positive slope. If x gets bigger and y gets smaller, that's a negative slope. There, that's all there is to it. Okay, and if you have questions about that very key idea, definitely come chat with me and ask me. All right, let's consider the following graph, A, B, and C, D. Okay, which statement is false? The slope of AB is -2. That's actually true. Okay, how can I see that so quickly? I rise -2 and I run 1, so it's true. The slope of CD is 1. Oh, that's also true. See, I run 2 and I rise 2, so that's 1. The y-intercept of the line through CD is -4. Actually, that's true. See, it would hit down there at -4. The y-intercept of line through AB is -1. That's not true, because I would run 1 and rise -2. So it would actually cross down there, you see. It would be -2. So this one is false. It's the best answer. Carrying on. 15. Which of the following graph best represents a line with a slope of 3 and a y-intercept of -2? This one. Okay. Y-intercept of -2, slope of 3. Okay. Yeah. It's positive slope, so it's growing. There we go. If it was this one, well, that could be a y-intercept of -2 and a slope of -3. This would be a negative slope and would be like, let's say, -3. And so that would be incorrect. All right. Consider the equation y equals mx plus 5. If 7, 3 is a point on the line represented by this equation, which of the following is true? So here we need to calculate m. All right, so we're given b, and we need to find m. Let's see how we do that. All right. I need some paper to do this, so I'm going to kick up some paper here, some digital paper that goes on and on to infinity in all directions. Very exciting, very big digital paper that I can use. Put this over here. Actually, I'm going to change the sizing while it's loading. And you're like, Mr. Jennings, this is boring. I understand it's boring. I'll be quick. I know what it is, but it's not. Okay. Oh, there's a question I gave you a little while ago. And let's just move that up. All right. So what we would do is we start with y equals mx plus 5. Copy what you know. And then we know that the point 7, 3 is on that line. So substitute that in. 3 is y when m times 7 plus 5 is going on there. All right. So now, in order to find m, we have to subtract 5 from both sides. We want to get all the numbers away from m. And first, we're going to start with that loose addition and subtraction. So then we have -2 is equal to 7m. And then we want to get that 7 away, so we divide both sides by 7. Okay. -2 over 7 is equal to m. And now we know that the rise is -2 when the run is 7. Wait, that was a big jump, Mr. Jennings. How did you do that? Well, m is equal to slope is equal to rise over run. And in this case, that's -2 over 7. So when the rise is -2, the run is 7. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. rearrange 4y minus x equals 8, so it's in the form y equals mx plus b. Okay, so here, 4y minus x equals 8. We want this in y equals mx plus b, so let's get the x to the other side. Yeah, she is.
Is that you? Okay.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, can you go see Miss Venus in 103? Yeah. She just called. She's been trying to figure out where you are because she's not in your classroom, so she just called for you.
So here I want to get the x's and y's apart. So I'm going to add x to both sides. And that will give me 4y is equal to x plus 8. And now I need to get that 4 away, so I'm going to divide that by 4 and both sides by 4. And so then I'm going to have y, because these 4's cancel, just leaves y. Y is equal to x over 4 plus 2. Where to get that 2? 8 divided by 4. This is a set of instructions saying divide all these things by 4. So I divided x by 4 and I divided 8 by 4. And then I got y is equal to 1/4 x plus 2. There it is. X over 4 is 1/4 of x. All right. Which of the following statements is true for this? The slope is and the y-intercept is. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and see. All right. So to do this question, we need to rearrange it for y equals mx plus b form. So let's do that. All right, first we start by copying it out. 5x minus 2y minus 12 equals 0. And we want to rearrange this into y equals m times x plus b form. So we basically want to isolate y. So let's use our inverse operations pen to subtract 5x from both sides and add 12 to both sides. All right, and then this is what we'll get. Negative 2y, because the rest got subtracted or added away to 0, is equal to negative 5x plus 12. And then we're going to divide both by negative 2. Both sides. And then we get y is equal to 5 over 2x. What happened to the negatives? Negative divided by negative is a positive. So that's 5 over 2 times x minus 6. So 5 over 2x minus 6 is this one. All right. Salazar is asked to graph the linear relation represented by 2x minus 3y plus 6 equals 0. What's the y-intercept of this line? Two ways. I'm going to show you the second way because you should already know the first way based on what I'm doing. What I'm doing is converting to y equals mx plus b form, and then b would be your y-intercept. So you would find that b number, and that would be the y-intercept. Another way to do it is to know that y-intercepts happen when x is equal to 0. When x is 0, the thing is touching the y-axis there. Okay? So let's just put in x is 0 here. 2x minus 3y plus 6 equals 0. X equals 0. So 2 times 0 is 0. This is just gone. Minus 3y plus 6 equals 0. Add 3y to both sides. 6 equals 3y. Divide both sides by 3. 2 equals y. Okay, so there it is, 2. That's the y-intercept. Okay, I input x is equal to 0 here. And that eliminated this term. 2 times 0 is 0. Why did I input x is equal to 0? Because when x is 0, you're on the y-axis. That's fine. All right, imagine the graph for the relation 4x minus 5y plus 20 is equal to 0. What is the slope? Okay, well, they gave us a graph as though we're supposed to graph it. I'm going to graph it. I'll show you how to graph these. So one way you can graph these is I could convert it to 4x minus 5y is equal to negative 20. Okay? And then what I can do is input x is 0 and then input y is 0. If x is 0, then minus 5y equals negative 20 and y is equal to 4 just by division. This is when x is 0. Okay, so that's the y-intercept. It's up here. at the point 0 in the x, 4 in the y. Now let's try y is 0. When y is equal to 0, then 4x is equal to negative 20. X is equal to negative 5. So that's over here. All right. And now I have 2 points. I can make my line go through those 2 points like that. And then I can see the slope here. It's 5, run 5, rise 4. There it is. Run 5, rise 4. I didn't have to graph it to do that. I can also do it this way. 4x minus 5y plus 20 equals 0. So that's minus 5y is equal to negative 4x minus 20. Okay, I just subtracted this and this from both sides of the equation, so it moves over. And then I divide both sides by negative 5, so I have y is equal to 4 over 5. The two negatives cancel. X plus 4. Okay? And notice that that's this line. Crosses at plus 4, and it has a rise and a run of 5, rise of 4. Now, which of the following is an equation of the line 6x minus 2y minus 12 is equal to 0 in the form y is equal to mx plus b? You can also work backwards from your answers. So I know that this will have a slope of 3. So, it's this one here. It's got to be that one. Why do I know that? Well, because I did 2 things in my head. 6x minus 2y minus 12 equals 0. I really just need to find the slope to answer this question because every slope is unique. Okay, so if I find the slope, then I'll be able to answer this question. So let's do that. Okay, to get the slope, I just need to get the y and the x on the other side and isolate the y. So subtract 6x from both sides is going to be negative 2y minus 12 is equal to minus 6x. And then divide both sides by minus 2. And then I get y plus 6 is equal to 3x. That's what I use to know, okay, that's the one. And then I have the answer. I'm moving on. I'm not doing the whole work there. I'm just going to do it in my head and move on to the next question, a more interesting question. I'm giving you more information than I do on the test. I just click it and move on. Okay. Which of the following is this equation in the form y equals mx plus b? Looks like rearranging equations is an important skill that we could have done a little bit more of in our practice. All right, let's go for it. Here, start by copying out the equation. 4x minus 5y plus 12 equals 0. So I'm going to move all that stuff over. Minus 5y equals negative 4x minus 12. Okay, I subtracted both of those things. And then I divide both sides by minus 5. And so then I get y is equal to 4 over 5, because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. 4 over 5x, so that's it there. Plus 12 over 5. So it's definitely, very definitely that one. What are the slope m and y-intercept b of the line represented by this? Okay, so we need to convert to y equals mx plus b form and then read those values. 3x minus 2y plus 16 equals 0. You don't have to always move this one and this one. You can also move the y if that's what you prefer. So I'm going to add 2y to both sides. Okay, and then I get 3x plus 16 equals 2y. And now I divide both sides by 2, and then I get 3 over 2x plus 8, because that's 16 divided by 2, is equal to y. Here's m, here's b. This is mx plus b equals y. Y equals mx plus b is the same as mx plus b equals y. All right, so that's 3 over 2, and b is 8. There we go. Last one for this video. 24. The grid below shows the graphs of 4 linear relations. Which of the following matches the line with its equation? Ugh. It's kind of yuck. So let's see. Line 1, minus 3 over 2x plus 5. Well, that was kind of them. This is, oh no, it's not. This is rise over run. So this is run 3, rise negative 2. And that's not that. That's rise negative 3 and run 2. So this one is not it. It's tantalizingly close. Oh, line 3, 3 over 2x plus 5. There we go. No, same problem. This is run 3, rise 2. So line 3 would be y is equal to 2 over 3x plus 5. Okay. So that's not true, that one. So we have to check this one and see which one matches which. All right, so this one is actually a pretty tricky question that requires some doing. Line 2 over here, I'm going to go by intercepts. So I see that it touches the y-axis at minus 4 and the x-axis at minus 6. Let's see, would this do that? When x is 0, here, that would mean 3 times y has to be the negative of 12. 3 times negative 4 is indeed 12. So that works for the y-intercept. And then the x-intercept minus 6, that also works. So this is the correct one. How did I know? Okay, let's label some points. This is the point negative 6 in the x, 0 in the y. This is the point 0 in the x, negative 4 in the y. All right? So let's copy those points down here. Negative 6, 0. And 0, negative 4. Okay? And then we want to compare this 2x plus 3y plus 12 equals 0. Do both of these points work for that equation? And if the answer is yes, then this equation works. Okay? And in fact, it does. Let's try it. If I put in negative 6, 0, this is what I get. 2 times negative 6 plus 3 times 0, which is 0, plus 12 equals 0. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12 plus 12. I'm going to ignore this 0. I'm not going to write that in. Equals 0. Last time I checked, negative 12 plus 12 does equal 0. Now let's test the other point, 0, negative 4. When x is 0, you have 2 times 0, which is 0, plus 3 times negative 4 plus 12 equals 0. 3 times negative 4 is indeed negative 12. And negative 12 plus 12 is indeed 0. So this one's true. If I test that for these points, it won't work. It just won't, okay? Let's keep going. All right. Which of the following represents the graph of the equation 2x minus 4y equals 8? All right. So you can use the same strategy of finding zeros and then seeing if the zeros are correct on your graph. Let's take a look. This one here, if y is 0, then x should be 4. And indeed it is. Okay. If x is 0, then y should be negative 2, which indeed it is. So this one is correct. Are you surprised that it's that fast? It's really that fast if you know what you're looking for. What I did was I let y equals 0 to find where should its y-intercept, where I let x equals 0 to find where should its y-intercept be. So 2 times 0 minus 4 times, actually it ends up being negative 2, equals 8. Negative 4 times negative 2 is in fact 8. 8 does equal 8. That's true. Okay. This one doesn't work. The rest don't work. Okay. If you want to see more of why that's true, then you can come ask me. Okay. I don't want to explain all the other different ones. There's a lot of algebra in this one, and it's just like when your algebra is quick, you'll see the answer right away. If you don't see the answer right away, come chat with me, and I can help make your algebra quicker. Okay, we did one extra bonus question this time, so we're going to tune out now and come back later for more practice problems. Bye for now, everyone.